Hello everyone, Steve here. So for today's video, I'm going to be giving my thoughts and reviews of the fourth season of Invincible so far. So yeah, yesterday I finished watching the first three episodes of Invincible, and all I have to say for the three episodes is simply absolute cinema. Yeah, like generally, like I enjoyed the show, or like the or yeah, I really enjoyed the first three episodes, specifically the second one an episode. Yeah, the second episode pretty much, which I really enjoyed a lot. But I won't, but I won't get on touch on that just yet. I'm gonna be like reviewing like each episode, pretty much, and what I enjoyed about it, and then also talk about about the next episodes coming up next week. But enough of me yapping or wasting your time. Let me just talk about the episodes. So for the first episode, I believe essentially, we come yeah. So pretty much essentially see Mark, of course, trying to do some good after, like trying to fix the damage that he did from the last season after the Invincible War, as well as the fight with Conquest, which ended up causing thousands of people to die, which Mark feels ashamed of since he feels like it's his fault for like all of this happening. And also we're starting to see Mark's like darker side kicking in. He's gonna go through his little like bully Maguire phase, but yeah. And he's essentially like, I don't know, like always constantly going out saving people without giving himself any time to rest. And he's even trying to push Oliver to do the same, but Oliver doesn't want to like be concentrating doing superhero work. He just wants to relax and just be a kid. Which Mark tries to essentially not to, but eventually Debbie steps in and tells Mark they give Alpha Alpha's still a kid. He still has a lot. Yeah, he's doing his best, of course, and also he also needs time. Yeah, he also needs you know some time for himself, to rest up a bit, and even convince Mark to do the same. But Mark is like, nah, like he has to essentially repair the damage that he did. Yeah, that he did, of course, because since people are now afraid of him, of course. We also get our first also that we also get Dinosaur's first appearance, of course, which is awesome because I know he's gonna play an important role later on in the series. I won't spoil it, of course, but for those who read the comics, you know what I'm referring to. So yeah, and yeah, we also get to see Universa as well, which I don't think she plays too much of the role in the series, of course. Like sure, she has her moments, but that's pretty much it. But more importantly, we get to see Eve's powers not working, of course. It's like every time she tries to use her powers, the constructs that she made into turn into I don't know, atomic goo. Ooh, yeah. And pretty much, I think that's pretty much it was the episode. I think I don't know. There's probably some things I forgot to mention, but yeah. So yeah, that's for episode one. Now we have the second episode, which is by far my favorite. My favorite episode of the season for now. Oh, that being we get to see Nolan's backstory, of course. And also we get to see the scourge virus in action, which is absolutely devastating, of course. But anyways, but before we get to the scourge virus, we get to see a younger Nolan, of course, teaching a few kids, of course, about the history, of course, about teaching him about Viltrumite history, that being about why they only build statues of Lord Argol, and why the purge is a blessing, of course, to them. Which I have a feeling that I don't know Thrag probably I don't know twisted I don't know Viltrumite history and culture to favor his ideals of what the Viltrumite should be instead of what Argol wants. Yeah, I probably hit my table, my bad. But anyways, yeah. And then afterwards, we end up seeing I don't know a dope ass fight between Nolan and his parents, and which he essentially gets his butt kicked, specifically from his mom, and he was probably going to be killed, of course, unless his dad intervened before his dad intervened, and told him to get up, so just giving him hope, and and yeah, hope and stuff. But anyways, but eventually, at some point we finally start seeing like people like slowly getting infected by the scourge virus, and literally like everyone start dropping like flies, and it's absolutely like devastating, like straight up. Like this is it's essentially giving me like COVID vibes, but if COVID and the Black Plague had like I don't know had like some super baby, of course. And yeah, we end up like seeing like I don't know piles of bodies of like from all the Viltrumites who've died from the scourge virus. And by the time that they either found a cure, I think yeah, either found a cure, or for those who were able to like somehow like survive the scourge virus, is the population was like absolutely like devastating. Like only like 50 Viltrumites were like yeah, essentially killing like literally billions of them, and only leaving like 50 Viltrumites left, which which is no good, since that won't be enough for them to like bring the numbers back whatsoever. And also we also get to see like Nolan, of course, literally having to like I don't know, pick up his father's body and like dump into space to create the ring that surrounds Viltrum. No, so that we also get to see the cities of Viltrum being absolutely like you know looking like an absolute ghost town. Um, and that's pretty much for like yeah the back Nolan's backstory. We also get to see Nolan and we're not really joining the coalition projects just yet. More like helping them out with like helping them out with like by showing them or or helping out gathering all anything that they can use to pretty much they can use against the Viltrumite aids, which I won't get into like everything, since there's probably more detailed videos about talking about all the weaknesses, or either weaknesses or things they can use against the Viltrumite. One of them we also get to see Space Race for the first time, which is also dope. Oh, and also like my favorite part. Actually, there's two parts of the episode I really like. That being the Nolan listen really have to like trying to follow. Yeah, yeah, Nolan really trying to sleep. Meanwhile, Alan and his girlfriend are just straight up banging in the next room. That, and we also get to see like Nolan's reaction to like Thaddeus showing that he was the one who created the virus, as well as the one who killed Lord Argol, which Nolan was both scared and pissed about. But luckily, like Thaddeus tries to explain why he had to did it, which Nolan does somewhat understand, but still has a grudge over him. Um, and afterwards, of course, the episode ends with pretty much Alan and Nolan heading to Earth to recruit Tech Jacket and also and Mark, to the cause. And then we got the third episode, which I believe is the Sequid invasion. Actually, yeah, the Sequid invasion, the Flaxen invasion, and I think, oh yeah, and the fight was I forgot his name, the dragon guy. I forgot. Yeah, yeah, the order. That episode was alright. Just probably just a filler episode. Oh, but yet I still feel like it still plays an important role, specifically with the Flaxen invasion, since we now since yeah since the since now Rudy and Monster Girl. Oh, I forgot her name. The girl are now trapped in the Flaxen dimension, of course. Also, like try, yeah, they're pretty much like stuck in the dimension, since one of them ended up like closing the portal. Although, so none of the other heroes can get in and stop them from like ever invading Earth. And also and then I think I think that's pretty much about it. Oh yeah, then actually no, more importantly, we finally get to reveal that I think I think comic book fans already know, but for those who haven't like read the comic, we now know that Eve is pregnant and with Mark's child, which is gonna bring up the essentially which I would like to see how the show tackles it, that being like Eve telling like Mark that that she's pregnant, and but more importantly, she's gonna like abort the child, since she believes that she's not ready to be a mom whatsoever. She doesn't feel like she doesn't want to be a mom, and also doesn't want to bring a child to like this world, or like doesn't feel like it's a good idea to have a kid, which I would like to see how the show tackles it, pretty much, since I would like to see how the show like tackles that manner, pretty much. But yeah, that's pretty much like that's all I probably all I have to say. So yeah, like I really enjoy yeah, so far really enjoy the series. Can't wait for the next episode to come out next week, as well as the boys, which I am gonna give my thoughts and reviews on it once it comes out, which is like April 8th. So yeah. So yeah, that's probably the end of this video. So yeah. Bye.